Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Okay, yesterday it was 103 degrees. Today it's in the 90s, so I hope everybody's enjoying this amazing, wonderful weather. If we're not complaining that it's, 30 below here in the Midwest, we're complaining that it's too hot. So anyways, I hope you're all doing well. Today, I've got an interesting story for you. And the first thing you have to know is I'm not a saver, okay? I'm not somebody who saves stuff. I am pretty much a minimalist. If you look behind me, it looks like I have a bunch of stuff, but that's really cards and stuff that people have sent me, and they just sort of decorate my walls. But I don't save stuff, okay? That's the first thing you have to know about me. So earlier this week, I've been showing houses. I was refilling my business card holder, and I reached into this desk drawer right here, and my top drawer was out. So I went down to the bottom drawer where I keep the box of business cards, and I lifted the box out, and underneath that box, I found this. So let me tell you about this. And on the back, there's a date. May 6th, 2016. So let me tell you about this. I have long believed that people don't remember days, they remember moments. I remember the moment I got this card. I remember it as sure as it was yesterday. And it was before May 2016. Gary was a sales rep for Dakota Paper. For years, he worked for that company. And I believe he worked at the mall in the food court once a week. I think it was Wednesday, but I don't remember if that's for sure. But I was having lunch in the food court at the mall this particular, what I think was a Wednesday. And I remember Gary, I was sitting having lunch with a friend, and he walked over and he handed me this card, and he said, "Kip, this is the day I'm going to call you." Long story short, that was the day he was going to retire, or he planned on retiring that day. And he said he was going to call me because he wanted to start working in real estate. I would have loved to work with Gary, but when he retired instead, he decided to take this long motorcycle trip. I want to say he was gone for a few months. And he went up and down the California coast with friends. And I remember having a conversation with him about this after the fact. And just the joy in his face talking about that trip was so incredible. He loved that trip. And so even to this day, I still think of him occasionally when I see a motorcycle. Gary was my neighbor in West Fargo when I first moved here. He was a really good friend of my sister's. They became really close. He was my neighbor at the lake. Life got hard for him in the end. He passed away this past year. But I always remember this guy smiling. And I know people say that a lot. They say that about lots of people. But it wasn't like he just smiled with his mouth. He smiled with his eyes and his face and his actions, and everything about him was joyful and loving and kind and accepting. He was an amazing person. He's a great storyteller. At my Aunt Lori's birthday, he told the funniest story, and anybody who knows him, who's watching this, will remember that story that he told. It was hilarious. It was all fake. It was a lie of a story, but it was hilarious. It was about how he met Lori, and she was a stripper at a pole dancer at a club in Montana or something. It's totally bizarre. But anyway, Gary was someone that touched and changed my life, and he doesn't know the extent to which he changed my life. So I'm always saying this. We all have an amazing ability to touch and change people's lives every single day, and we don't know it. Simple. He handed me this card, wrote a note on the back. I kept it, and I still have it to this day. And for the last week, it's moved from the drawer to my desk. He's alive and well. He's here with me in this space as I work, because he did something so simple. So I'm just telling you, Go do something simple this week. You don't know how it's going to change someone else's life. Love.